Inside Oracle Park, the home of the Giants, as we're ready for baseball from the city by the bay. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Oakland A's and the San Francisco Giants. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Madison Bumgarner gets the start for San Francisco in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're getting a look at a real competitive pitcher here. Career ERA in the low threes, and that's not an easy thing to do in the day and age of small ballparks and guys swinging for the fences. Rock solid pitcher, does a lot of things well, and it'll be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
Stepping in, Jurickson Profar, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Bumgarner has his target. First pitch on its way. Curveball taken for a strike on the inside. Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. And a curveball taken for strike two. Profar, the former Ranger, he was acquired via trade last year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
And this is past belt on down the line, a fair ball.
Hey, that's why this guy's in the leadoff hole. Grinder, battler, whatever you want to call him. He is not afraid to go deep in the count. He is not afraid to hit with 2 strikes, and he showed it right there.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman as Bumgarner gets ahead of him with strike one. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves. Line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
Next up for the A's, Matt Olson. First chance for him here with a runner at first and one gone. First pitch of the at-bat. And that's in there for strike one. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Hey, D-Row, this is a pitcher's best friend, Matthew Ross. Very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Profar leads off first with 1 away. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Looked like a cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
From the stretch. And a fastball just misses for ball 1. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He hasn't had much success, just 2 for 11. 1-0 pitch. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. A runner on first with 2 away. 1-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Popped him up. Crawford has a play. And the inning is over. 1 left for Oakland. It's the A's nothing. Giants coming up. It's the Bay Bridge Series and it's on the show. Mike Fiers is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the A's. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
And that'll bring up Steven Duggar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. The pitch. That's in there. And he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
He pulls this one into right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. And with that, a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup card for the Giants. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Matty, these are the lineups you want to be in. Driving to the ballpark, you got a cup of coffee in your hand, you look at the flags and they're blowing straight out. You're running to the manager's office if your name's not in the lineup. It just takes 1 grain on that bat and you got a potential 3-run bomb. Look out for these guys going deep today.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that's high for a ball. 1-0. Two and 0 now. The 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. A former MVP waiting on deck in the form of Buster Posey. Here it comes, the 3-0. Is looked at for the first strike. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Here's Buster Posey now. His previous history with Mike Fiers, a number of meetings. He's 1 for 7. Here comes the first pitch. And this is low, ball one. Fires is sort of a curious case as a starter. Usually doesn't walk many guys, but at times he ends up giving up his share of hits. The translation on that is that he throws a lot of strikes, but oftentimes they are hittable strikes.
One of the keys, Matt, you'll have to watch from this guy. At times he kind of tiptoes, he tap dances around the strike zone. He has good stuff, but when he falls behind in the count, he tends to nibble a little bit. And then when he brings the ball into the strike zone, and when he does, he becomes much more predictable. And what happens with that? The hits per 9 innings tend to go up.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. The 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Davis is under it. And that's the second out of the inning. So it's a runner at first with 2 gone. And standing in now, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Brandon Belt. First offering on its way. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Davis is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1 left for San Francisco. We are still scoreless. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. Popped up. Belt waits on it. Makes the play. 1 away.
Okay, here's how San Francisco lines up defensively. And behind the plate, world champion, former MVP, former Rookie of the Year. He's done it all. Buster Posey. Buster is in full command of this pitching staff.
Digging in, Marcus Semien. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He hasn't had much success, just 2 for 11. He also has 1 home run. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
As a veteran pitcher, he knows if he's going to have success in this one, he's got to establish that pitch in to get those guys to respect it and open up that outer half of the plate.
Fouled off. The 1-1. It's the outside corner for the second strike. No score here as we play inning number 2. The 1-2. Grounded down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1-2. The count's now at 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Here's a bouncing ball headed for Crawford at short. Backhanded on to first, and Bumgarner's rolled him right through him here. 2 away now. Digging in, Nick Hundley. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
1 ball and 2 strikes to the A's catcher.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Here's the 1-2. Now a curveball misses inside. Flares this one over toward first. And no problem over there at first as he flags this one down to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lays off 1-0.
Nope.
2 balls and no strikes.
2 balls, no strikes.
Two balls and a strike to Longoria. Lifted in the air out towards left center. After it is Davis. But he won't get to it, and this should put him in scoring position to start the inning. And the Giants are in business here on the leadoff double.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. His previous history with Mike Fiers, not great. He's 1 for 8. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. That misses. 2-0. Crawford is 6'2" and bats left, but throws right-handed. He was a 4th-round selection during the 2008 draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch is a fastball that misses. The 3-1 drilled on the ground to short, and that's through for a base hit. And the go-ahead run will move up to third and wisely hold there with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Row. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
And the versatile Mac Williamson hits next, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And it's 1-1. Runners are at first and third with none out. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. Gerardo Parra, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Runners at the corners here. Nobody out. There's ball 4.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
In is Gerardo Parra. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Davis is there. Let's see if they try it. And the throw comes in, and they will not try sending him as that go-ahead run remains at third with 1 away now.
All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one. And, guys, can we lock in on the Gold Glover at third base? I've played this position. You got to do so many things. I mean, you have to have just the quickest hands, reacting on one-hop liners. You have to have the ability to take away the bunt, a la Adrian Beltre and Nolan Arenado. You better have a backhand, and not only that, you better have a strong throwing arm.
And he lays off there 1-0. His previous history with Mike Fiers, he's got 5 base hits in 17 at-bats. He's also driven in 5 runs. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Bottom of the second here with no score. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
That's a good but risky take there on 0-2. Some umpires have no problem ringing you up on a pitch that close.
And he will look at a called third strike, and that go-ahead run has to stay right where it is at third with 2 away now.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Stepping in now, Steven Duggar. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Lifted down the line in left. Here comes Davis. 1-run score. That gets down as 1 run is in.
You know, D-Row, hitting in the leadoff spot, you're not going to get very many opportunities to drive in some runs, but that's a big 2 RBI hit.
Yeah, when you see ducks on the pond, Dan, your eyes light up. I don't care if you're hitting first in the lineup or 8th in the lineup. You grind out in that bat and try and get the runs on the board for your team.
Yeah, but that's a big 2 RBI base hit.
Here's Joe Panik. as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A base hit in his first trip. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch.
Outside.
Fastball well outside.
This inning hasn't gone the way he wanted it to, but it's not a total disaster yet. Sometimes pitching is about damage control, so if he can strand these guys out there, that would be pretty huge.
Williamson over at second. Duggar at first. 2 out in the inning. Panic behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
One and 2. Here it comes. This is pulled into right, and that's in there. Base hit. Williamson is on his way home. He comes across to score as they extend their lead to 3. So in now for San Francisco, Buster Posey. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
Here comes the first pitch. And that misses for ball 1. Posey, a 32-year-old veteran. He was a first-round pick during the 2008 draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
3 runs already home here. In there. 1 and 2 now.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to tack on any more runs. Let's see if he attacks his zone or buries something in the dirt.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Laureano is in pursuit. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Giants 3 and the A's nothing. Chris Stratton, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound. And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the 3rd. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner.
So far, this has been a very good outing for this guy. Listen, he doesn't have the best stuff, but what he needs to do, and he's doing it right now, throwing strikes early, trying to initiate a lot of contact. The more pitches that the hitters see off this guy, the better chance they have to go ahead and square something up. So he needs to continue to attack early and get some quick outs, attack the strike zone on the first and second pitch.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. To 2-2 now. Hit hard to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. Robbie Grossman will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. Bases are empty, one man out. Fouled away. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Swing, and he pops him up. In there, a base hit. So a base hit from the pinch hitter will send them back to the top of the order with one away in the inning.
Hey, they're not all beautiful. They don't all have to be. Just throwing a lawn dart over the third baseman's head right there. Beautiful piece of hit.
Here's Jurickson Profar. And he takes ball one. He singled to open up the ball game. Now the 1-0. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going.
When you have two strikes on you as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. And he'll make it into scoring position here with two away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Standing in now, Matt Chapman. And this is in the air to right, and this should do it. Hart is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
3-0 the final score in this one today. The Giants took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Madison Bumgarner pitches well enough to get the W. Mike Fiers only completed 2 innings and is charged with the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.